Hello everyone, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Here I discuss about civil engineering and you will find my video lectures regarding civil engineering over here. So today in this video I am going to discuss about the problems related to geometric design in highway, and this is the part 2 of the video lecture, and this contains the numericals related to the part 2 of the video lesson in which the theory is there, the link of which is given in the description below. So let us read out the first question, which is actually the fourth question of this chapter. That is, the radius of a horizontal circular curve is 150 meter. The design speed is 60 km per hour and the design coefficient of lateral friction is 0.15. So the horizontal circular radius of the horizontal circular curve is given and design speed v is given as 60 km per hour. Also design coefficient of lateral friction is 0.15. So first calculate the super elevation required if full lateral friction is assumed to develop. So in the first case we need to assume that the full lateral friction is assumed to develop, that is f shall be equal to 0.15, and then we need to calculate the value of E. In the next one, in second, calculate the coefficient of friction needed if no super elevation is provided. In this one, E will be equal to 0 and then we have to calculate the F using the formula of super elevation. And in the third part, calculate the equilibrium super elevation if the pressure on inner and outer wheels shall be equal. So here we have to consider that the pressure on inner and outer wheels will be equal and thus they counteract and centrifugal force fully. So where F will be equal to 0 again, and then we have to find E. So let us start solving this one. So let us consider the first part, that is F is equal to 0.15, that is maximum. Therefore, using the relation E plus F is equal to V square upon 127 R, also given that design speed V equal to 60 km per hour, or which is equal to 16.67 meters per second. So let us put all these values, that is E plus 0.15 equal to here V will be considered in kilometer per hour, so there was no need of conversion to meter per second, but still then 60 square upon 127 into radius is given in the question to be 150 meter, is 150. So therefore we get E is equal to 0.039. So in the part 2 it is said that E is equal to 0. Therefore E plus F is equal to V square upon 127 R and E is equal to 0. Therefore, F is equal to 60 square upon 127 into 150, which is equal to 0.189. In the part 3, we see that the pressure on the inner and outer wheels to be equal. So if the pressure in the inner and outer wheels are equal, so they will actually counteract the centrifugal force. Okay, and so in that case, if it is counteracting the centrifugal force, then we shall consider that the lateral friction is 0. So therefore E will be equal to V square by 127R, as F is equal to 0, and that is equal to 60 square upon 127 into 150, and that is again 0.189. Moving on to the next question. So this question is related to the extra widening of curves, and it is asking that calculate the extra width required for a road curve having two lanes of traffic and radius of curve being 250 meter. Assume design speed of 60 km per hour and take length of wheelbase as 6 meter. So length of wheelbase is given, the radius of curve given, and the design speed is given. And so we can easily get the extra widening for a two-lane road, and we know the formula for extra widening is W, or you can say EW, equal to N L square upon 2R plus V into B upon 9.5 square root of R. So what we are given is number of lanes N equal to 2, length of wheelbase L equal to 6 meters. Next is radius of curve, that's capital R, that's equal to 250 meters, and design speed, that is small v, and that equals 60 kilometers an hour. So on substituting, we get W equal to 2 times 6 square upon 2 into 250 plus 60 upon 9.5 times square root 250. So upon solving, we get W equal to 0.544 meters, or for convenience we can make it 0.55 meters, so that it's easy to construct. Before moving on to the next question, I would like to tell you the formulas for length of transition curves, because this part has been missed in the theory. So I would like to tell about the formulas before we proceed to the problem, because the next question will be related to transition curves. So this length of transition curves is for, can be found out in three ways. The first way is according to the rate of change of centrifugal forces. So in this formula, all these relations are though empirical or experimental, but these formulas, this for particular formula is based on the change of centrifugal force. So L is equal to 0.0215 v cube upon cr, where v is speed of vehicle in kilometer per hour, c is the allowable rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, which is also given by 80 upon 75 plus v. Next, r is the radius of curve in meter and L is the length of transition curve in meter. Next, the second way is according to the rate of change of super elevation. Now we will take into account the change of super elevation. So L is given by 150x, 100x, 60x for plain and rolling terrain or built up area or hilly area respectively, where these x values are given by this or this. This formula comes for if pavement is rotated about inner side. Here is the figure. If the pavement is rotated about its inner side, this is the pavement, this is the inner side, and it is rotated about its inner side. This x will be formed by this, and E is the super elevation. So x will be equal to W plus EW whole into E, and this is if pavement is rotated about inner side. Next one is if the pavement is rotated about the center. So this is the whole pavement and it is rotated about the center, and this E is the super elevation, and hence I will get the x over here, and it will be given by W plus EW into E upon 2. The third criteria is according to the empirical formula, that is given by L is equal to 2.7 V square upon R and L equal to V square upon R, and these are for plain and rolling terrain and hilly area respectively. There is therefore no empirical formula for built up areas. So hence let us read the next question. A two-lane highway, national highway without raised curb is passing through a plain terrain. Calculate the length of transition curve if the radius of the circular curve is equal to the minimum ruling radius. Assume data as per IRC recommendations. So here you can see that the national highway is running through a plain terrain, and we need to find out the transition curve. So before we get on to the transition curve, let us write down what is given. Like we have design speed v equal to 100 kilometer an hour, and max permissible super elevation is equal to 0.07, as this is a plain terrain. So 0.07 is for plain and rolling terrain, and rate of super elevation for such terrain is 1 in 150. So max coefficient of friction F is equal to 0.15. This we know as the max possible coefficient of friction, and wheel base for largest truck is equal to L equal to 6.1 meter. So, and width for pavement without raised curves, that is W is equal to 7 meters. So these things are all IRC recommendations, and design speed V is given as 100 km per hour. So first let us find the value of R. R is the radius of curve, and we know that E plus F is equal to V square upon 127R, and thus we get R is equal to V square upon 127 into E plus F. Alright, so therefore R will be equal to 100 square upon 127 into 0.07 plus 0.15. So that is equal to 357.91 meters. Alright. Now super elevation for 75% design speed, and that is equal to E is equal to 0.75 times the design speed whole square upon 127 times the radius of curve, that is equal to 0.75 into 100 square upon 127 times 357.91. Okay, let's just take it to be 360. So we will get it approx 0.123. So what's next? Now we try to calculate the value of F by before that, let us remind you that since the value is greater than maximum possible permissible of value of E, that is E shall be equal to 0.07, but that should be the maximum possible for plain terrain, but we got it around 0.123, which is not permissible. Thus we take E is equal to E max, that is equal to 0.07, and hence we will calculate the value of friction, that is F is equal to V square upon 127 times R minus E. So this is the second step for the design of super elevation, as you know, and thus we will get 100 square upon 127 times 360 minus 0.07 that will equate to 0.15, and thus you see that f is the maximum possible value, that is 0.15. Therefore E is equal to E max equal to 0.07 is safe for vehicles traveling through that national highway. So now let's calculate the length of transition curve. So for that we use this formula where C is equal to 80 upon 75 plus V, that is 80 upon 75 plus 100, and thus it gets C as 0.457 meter per second cube, and this is the unit of it. And let us consider to be around 0.5. Therefore LS is equal to 0.0215 into 100 cube upon 0.5 into 360, get it to be 119.44. Let us take it to be 120 meters. Next, let us use the rate of change of super elevation formula, where LS is equal to 150 into x, which is equal to 150 into E by 2 to W plus EW, assuming that it is rotated about center, and also since the radius of horizontal curve is greater than 300 meter, we will consider that EW is equal to 0. Thus LS will be equal to 7 by 2 into 0.07 into 150, that will give it to be 36.75 meter. So here we get 36.75 and here we get 120 meters. So let us adopt this one, as this one is maximum. Therefore adopt LS equal to 120 meters. The next question is related to setback distance. There is a horizontal highway curve of radius 400 meter and length 200 meter on this highway. Compute the setback distances required from the central line of the curve so as to provide for: first, the stopping side distance of 90 meters, second, the safe overtaking side distance of 300 meter. The distance between the center lines of the road and the inner lane is 1.9 meters. So in the first case, it is given that the for SSD less than equal to 90 meters, that the curve will be of 200 meter. we take that if the SSD is less than 90 meter, the curve shall be of 200 meter as given in the question. So let us draw the figure for this one. So this one is the curve, and SSD is equal to 90 meters and radius equal to 400 meters. Let us consider the obstruction is somewhere over here for the setback distance, and this is the alpha angle and this is alpha by 2. So alpha dash and alpha dash by 2. So alpha dash by 2 is given as 180 s upon 2 pi r minus d is equal to 180 into 90, 2 pi 400 minus 1.9. Thus, on solving this, we get that alpha dash by 2 is equal to 6 degree 29 minutes. Also, m is equal to r minus d cos alpha dash by 2, 400 minus 0.9 cos 6 degree 29 minutes. Thus we get m is equal to 4.45 meter as the setback distance for SSD less than equal to 90 meters. The second case is given that OSD is greater than equal to 300 meters and also curve length is equal to 200 meter. It is given. So now S equal to 300 meters, LC equal to 200 meters, R equal to 400 meters and D equal to 1.9 meter. These are all given. So let us draw the figure. Let us consider the road length as A, B, C, D, E and let us join these two, BD and AE, and this is G and this is F. Let us consider the obstruction to be over here. The obstruction is over here and we have LC equal to 400 meter, sorry, LC equal to 200 meters and also OSD equal to 300 meter. Therefore alpha dash by 2 is equal to 180 LC into 2 pi r minus d is equal to 80 into 200 upon 2 pi 400 minus this is 1.9. Let's make it capital D. Okay, so which is equal to 14 degree 39 minutes. Now m dash is equal to the setback distance, that is equal to CF. So CF, this shall be the setback distance m dash, and it is equal to CG plus GF. So we get it like this, that CG will be equal to CG plus GF, and CG can be equal to R minus D cos alpha dash by 2 plus S minus LC by 2 sin alpha dash by 2, and thus we can substitute all this as R is equal to 400 meter, S is equal to 300 meter, LC as 200, D as 1.9, small d equal to capital D is 1.9, and alpha dash as 14 degree 39 minutes, and thus we get m dash equal to 26.8 meters as the setback distance for OSD greater than equal to 300 meters. Let's end up with the final question, that is, while aligning a hill road with a gradient 7%, a horizontal curve of radius 80 meter is provided. Find the compensated grade. So this question is on grade compensation. So what is grade compensation? Grade compensation is minimum of 30 plus R by R in percentage, or 75 upon R percentage. So let us get them, like 30 plus R is given as 80 meters. So it will be like GC equal to 30 plus 80 upon 80, or 75 by 80. So it comes out to be 1.375 or 0.9375. So out of this, the minimum is 0.9375, and therefore the compensated grade will be the one that will be reduced from 7%, that is the gradient available with the hill road. So 7% minus this in percentage, 7% minus 0.9375 percentage, and we get the compensated grade as 6.0625%. The last question is a try yourself question, and here you have to design all the geometrical features of the curve including the setback distance for SST, and please post your answers in the comment sections below and ask any doubt if there and ask your doubts in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.